Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Excuse me! Taxi!
What are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Ah, wow. Hello. Congratulations, Sid Rosenberg. That was like a telethon. And awesome. It was festive. It was fun. 10 years under the belt. Congratulations to him. Let's see. What the hell else? I feel really terrible that Greg Bavino is heading home. Greg Bavino, the Border Patrol chief who's been up there in Minneapolis kicking some ass. It's not his fault. There's always going to be a couple of screw-ups here and there. You know, Tim Walz keeps his job. But Greg Bavino gets reassigned. Well, that's the way it works sometimes. You know, one thing that happens, the establishment, the Democrats, the media, they light their hair on fire. And too often we think, well, we gotta do something here. Their hair's on fire. We got to put it out or help them put it out, or we got to give in to whatever weird thing they want, right? We have to concede. And it's weird. I understand. I don't want to, but I understand the inclination because since they control so much, they control in a weird way, they control the air, right? The general mood of the country. They are pulling the strings, and they can make, a dog pile look like an atrocity. They can make a woman who tries to run over an ICE officer seem like the victim, right? They just have a way of polluting the air with their biased poison. And it takes hold, and we fight back, but sometimes it's like the onslaught is just too much. I heard somebody once say that they lie better than we tell the truth. Is that true? I don't like it expressed like that, but they are so widespread, so diffuse. And this nobody named Alex, is that his name? Alex Pretti, the nurse. It's a little weird. The nurse with the gun. How many of those are there out there? Two magazines, 30 bullets he showed up with, right? Alex Pretti. Do I know anything about Alex Pretti? A couple of biographical points. I'm not going to cry for the guy. I'm not going to make it seem like a national crisis, but that's what they did, and that's what it became. This is Stephanie Ruhle, Ruhle. She really cultivates her sources, I hear. I mean, this woman will stop at nothing to get the entire and complete story, right? The words out of her mouth, you can trust. I don't know. No, you can't, actually. He puts on this hysterical routine last night. Alex Pretti is some guy she never met, she never heard of. Listen to this nonsense. Cut 6, please. Cut 6.
Alex's life and life's work was defined by his choosing to do good. In this moment in our culture, some are choosing rage, some are choosing anger, some are choosing apathy. But even in Alex's last moments, he was thinking of his neighbors. He chose to be a caregiver. He chose goodness.
He chose goodness. I saw the guy running around. He was armed and with that camera that, oh, by the way, kind of looks like a gun, the way he was holding it, getting in the way of ICE operations. This would never be your obituary or my obituary if we did the same thing on our side. With our caregivers, did they call us caregivers on January 6th? Those who came to Ashli Babbitt's aid, who before they were pushed away by those SWAT team cops who dragged her out of the Capitol head first. Goodness, who the hell? And then the fake news. More of it. Well, actually, Amy Klobuchar, I think it's relevant that she's running for, what the hell is she running for? Governor of Minnesota. President Trump is on his way to Iowa, by the way, to talk about the economy. Tom Homan is in Minnesota right now, talking to the governor and talking to the mayor. Something happens sometimes when you talk to these guys behind closed doors. Some of them, the professionals, leave their rhetoric, outside the room. And the word is that's what Tim Walz did. Tim Walz is desperate. He's a desperate man, doesn't want to get indicted. He's flailing all over the place. Kristi Noem, Word is that she had a big argument last night at the White House with President Trump. Is that true? We don't know. Something's going on there. Kristi Noem and her chief of staff, a guy named Corey Lewandowski, who just a very strange arrangement they seem to have. Corey Lewandowski making himself the aide de camp, the valet, if you will, of Kristi Noem. I wonder what that's all about. Cut 3, please. Cut 3.
From ABC News, it's This Week. Here now, Jonathan Carl.
Good morning. Welcome to This Week. We come on the air this morning after another tragedy in Minnesota. Just 2 weeks after the killing of Renee Good, another person has been shot and killed by federal law enforcement in Minneapolis. His name, Alex Pretti. He was 37 years old. He was an American citizen. He had no criminal record. He worked as a nurse. His patients were American veterans. He was an avid outdoorsman, a competitive cyclist, and a licensed gun owner. He played football and baseball in high school. He was a Boy Scout.
Oh, well, that puts a whole new paint job on everything. I mean, how do we... Whoa. I wish we could take those bullets back. What the hell? He played baseball. He rode a bike. He was a nurse at a veterans hospital. I was a freaking veteran, for crying out loud. Why is that? I can't even get Veterans Day off. He was a nurse. He was a this. He was a that. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. He could have been a dirtbag. He could have been. He could have been the holiest man who ever lived. I mean, if you get in the way like that, terrible things are going to happen potentially, and they did. And everybody expects perfection. You can analyze this tape till the cows come home. It doesn't really matter. It matters what that officer was perceiving in the moment and what was reasonable to be perceived. And that gun may have fired first because it's so prone to accidental discharge. He's holding that damn thing just the way Governor Walz and Tim Fry, Glenn Fry, whatever his name is, told him to hold it. And that thing I showed last night can look like a gun like that. Look at your iPhone, if you have an iPhone, or a cell phone. It's black. Your finger your hands cover half of it. That thing can very easily look like a gun in your hand. But hey, he was a nurse, right? Cut 4.
His parents say he joined the protests after the killing of Renee Good because he was horrified by what happened and what ICE was doing. After he was killed yesterday, Alex Pretti's mother said, quote, he loved his country, but he hated what people were doing to it. Here's Trevor Alt from Minneapolis with what we know so far about what happened.
Spare us, Trevor. It's all biased, just like all of those weirdos over there at ABC, Fake News, Disney. They threw the debate right in front of our eyes. They tried to. President Trump won anyway. They tried to disrupt the whole damn thing. So, look, there are a lot of people in the administration who don't give a damn. I hate to say it. They're out for themselves. They're out for the next big job. They got an eye on 2028 already. And am I supposed to know this guy? Okay. Some guy looking at me. What's that all? Does he work here now? All right. Guy with a big hairdo walking by. Find out what his deal is. All right. We always like to have the new employees on the radio. And then Amy Klobuchar. Amy Klobuchar, very, very ambitious and very angry woman. She's always smiling. She even smiles when she's saying this. She's grieving for this guy she never met. Her words are sad, but her smile is ear to ear. Never noticed it before, but she's got one weird tick. All right, you're about to hear her now. She's smiling. This is the senator from Minnesota, the rabble-rouser, the one who's been inciting all this crap. And she's smiling. I guess she kind of got her wish. These people want these things to happen. I think they do. That's why they have the cameras. That's why they have the whistles to provoke and to chronicle. Chronicle everybody wants to go viral these days. Amy Klobuchar, cut 5, failed presidential candidate. She's probably running in 28, even as she's running for governor in 26. Cut 5.
Senator Klobuchar, just simply your reaction to what happened yesterday in Minneapolis.
It was simply horrific. This, as you've pointed out, an ICU nurse. in the VA hospital in Minneapolis. That has got to be one of the most self-sacrificing jobs that anyone can have. An honorable job. He loved our veterans.
She's smiling, the most self-sacrificing, supporting the veterans. What about being a veteran? He worked for the largest department in the government outside of the Pentagon. So he's a deep state employee. That's the way I see it. And I don't like these weird ceremonies that he was running. Look, do I have a bone to pick? Yes, I do, because I'm just thinking about Ashli Babbitt and how people did not talk about her. And if they did, they called her horrible things like an insurrectionist. Very, very bad. Very, very nasty.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.